Low Cordite Sniffers, Lightfoot Freddy here with another episode of Armored Warfare in my Challenger 1 on Stormy Winters. The Challenger is tier 7 main battle tank and well known in the Armored Warfare community. It's a beast of a tank, has epic armor, but not an epic gun. And I'm saying it mildly. The thing is that you have two types of ammunition. That is simple armor piercing, and you got squash. Now squash I don't use. I simply all go in with my armor piercing because I need enough ammo in this tank. It's very durable because of its epic armor. And one thing you should know about Stormy Winter, a lot of you know this, I know for sure, but I will mention it anyway for people who don't know it. Stormy Winter, you should not rush the cap. If you rush the cap, you will be overwhelmed by tanks, and you're only 5 team members, and if you are lucky, and listen closely, if you are lucky, yeah, you have 5 MBTs. And as in our game now, we have 4 MBTs, so 4 main battle tanks and 1 artillery. That artillery can be of use, but it is simply, it has to be coercion of yeah, how do you say that? Simple, want to play as a team. Because if you do this as a team, you can beat any map on in this game. Honestly, to God. But what is it? And that we all have is tunnel vision. Also my problem, I'm not denying that. It's simply kill, kill, kill and wreck some tanks. But thinking tactically how to simply use your team members to simply work together with you gives you even more epic battles. Because if the cohesion is correct between the team and they want to work together, you can have epic battles, really, you can. And I had it already many times, and in this case, well, you will see. So far so good. And slowly we move towards the apartment buildings. I tend to hang around here a little bit longer because there are certain points on the map that trigger the caps, trigger the spawn of the enemy. So in this case, the Challenger is on my right side. He's actually almost the entire game we are together and covering each other's back. And he now goes around apartment buildings. So he is now on my right side. I draw fire from this tank, the Ariete, and there is another tank behind the apartment buildings outside the perimeter. My team member in the Challenger sees that and pins him down. So I can focus, and I don't have to watch my right side now. I can focus on the tanks in front of me. In any main battle tank in this game, in Armored Warfare, most of your armor, the bulk of your armor is at the front. So, and then you ask yourself, but how do I get pinned on the front? Well, that can be in different places. It's simply knowing the weaknesses of every single tank. I also don't know that. I didn't make a study out of it, because you know you can also overanalyze everything, and I don't want that. I simply want to play with tanks or AFVs or artillery, because in this game, yeah, it's really nice to play with artillery. It has a supporting role, as all artillery has. It can have an offensive role, but mostly you're in a supportive role. These days, nowadays, in the 21st century, artillery has a supporting role. Look at recent Afghanistan deployments. Artillery was many times called in as support for the troops on the ground. So, continuing with Stormy Winters. You know you are in a tier 7, so you know you can meet 2 tiers higher. Of course they are weakened down. For instance, in front of me is a salvaged Challenger 1 who doesn't have the epic armor as it normally has, but it's simply downgraded a little bit. So you can penetrate easier. Because with a normal Challenger, this shot that I just made was not possible, it would simply bounce. Okay, now we're coming to this to the part that I don't want to come near the spawn. So what do? I go around. And I want simply to go outside the map, and I will show you my point where I'm going to set up myself. So I can give support fire to my team members. The Palmaria is already there. He understands, he sees the play that we are doing. And I make a horrible shot here, not aiming in correctly. I must say the gun on the Challenger is forgiving. I actually like it. But again, it's limited. You don't have heat ammo. That's also not possible, I learned last week, because I didn't understood why British tanks don't have heat ammunition. Well, a subscriber told me that is because they have a smooth bore gun, like rifle gun, and that's not possible then to fire heat. I didn't know that, so I don't know your name by heart, but thank you for that information, because I love to get information and I like to implement that. And you see now under in the screen the T80 asking, because he read the play that was intended. Are you ready? Yeah. And we all mention don't rush the cap. I asked that now. Ready. See, I asked that in the beginning. We missed that part. Trigger the cap. And then you will see what will happen as soon as you trigger the cap. You will drive into it, and immediately not pop, and there they come. More will come. See, and we take them from behind. And the 2 main battle tanks who are at the cap, they simply, and now the T80 makes a little mistake by going, coming also towards us, or leaving the chieftain on his own there. I didn't see this play just afterwards, because I was paying attention to the tanks, and now you see everywhere is red, and that's why don't trigger the cap in the beginning of the game. A lot of people still do, and you simply will lose. You will lose the game. After this game I've got something else for you to show you, also a game, and it was in my T90, and I want to show you something what I noticed also happens quite often lately. Anyway, the chieftain is there and I'm trying to frantically cover him. Those Stingray tanks are quite feisty, they have a nasty punch. Very good penetrating armor for penetrating rounds. But you can also, yeah, I advise always fire heat at those AFVs and Stingray light tanks, because you do epic damage. Now the Leopard 2 AV, I have the ice version of this one. I have it already in the tech tree, unlocked it, but I simply lack the credits and I want to now focus on one line of tanks, and I'm now busy with the Russian tanks. As we speak here I have the tier 9 MS, but the retrofits are so expensive. The upgrades are so expensive. Cost you so many credits. That is simply... And I wanted first I switched to the line, the Chinese line. I now unlocked the tier 6. And so far I will upload a video about that maybe the weekend. I want to do first a few games in it, so it feels good. But also that one I could not upgrade. I have only the upgraded ammunition because... And we need of course a lot of credits, and or else you cannot buy the tanks. And I would like to have them all, but takes time. So, and it gives me an opportunity to make more epic videos, so it's a win-win. Anyway, 2 Abrams tanks in the spawn, and I want your opinion about the Abrams tanks. What is your idea about it? Is it good? Is it not good? Because I hear conflicted. Well, rumors about it. One person says it's epic, and the other person says no, it's bad. But actually, you can say that about anything because it is personal, of course. But the majority of you probably have already played the Abrams tanks or not. Can also be. But anyway, I want to have an Abrams tank in my garage, so it is a must. So first taking care of those 2, the 1 Abrams tanks and the BMP. And I like also to play those BMP vehicles and BMD. It's also very much fun. It's a different tactic, but it's fun to play. Well, we are all 3 now, all 3 main battle tanks that are left are at the cap. The Chieftain Mark V is behind me, and really kudos for him, because he really, for tier 5, and you get tier 9 vehicles thrown at you. That's yeah, very good. Okay, T90 going for the Mark V. Try to intervene here, and I probably now are in the way of my team member, but he can now fire, and we want to keep the Chieftain Mark V alive. Sadly, the T80 didn't make it. So I'm moving into the cap now, and I'm going to defend from the cap and simply run the counter down. You see a lot of vehicles, and this is the hard mode, and of course it should be difficult and it should be challenging. But if you don't know those things that you should not cap, and people drive around the object or the plant in this case, you get not knowing this information, you easily make a mistake. Some people still think that you have to cap as soon as possible. Well, in this case not, because you want to do spotting damage, you want to do damage to the tanks, you want to gain a lot of points, so you can make good credits. And you see, by the way, this game was before the update, so you see the credit output is not as high as it is now. Now it's more balanced, and that's very good, because you see not all PvE matches are just a walk in the park. Anyway, I'm showing you all of the stats because I had a specific request to show also the detail screen. The people want to see the detail screen. Okay, I'm fine with that, no problem. Well guys, this is it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, tomorrow I'll put a video out with announcing the winners of the giveaway. And well, keep tuned, and maybe I have a surprise for you in the weekend, but I cannot tell you now yet because I'm still waiting on some information. But anyway guys, thank you for watching, thank you for the huge support, the huge subs. I'm really grateful, I'm very thankful, and have a good day, have a nice day, and especially stay healthy, and I will talk to you soon.